Now, boys and girls, I'm going to tell you the tale of the sad Griffin. Once upon a time, in a faraway land called Leicestershire, there lived a Griffin. Normally he was a very happy boy, but today he was sad because his airgun had stopped working. It was a rubbish airgun anyway, so he flew down to Kibworth shooting ground to see what was available. The Griffin explained that he needed a new airgun. Tony is so amazed at meeting a Griffin that he promises to make him a gun, and he's going to name the new gun the Griffin. Tony goes back to Daystate factory and designs this new gun with a list of specifications given to him by the Griffin. These include a target stock, adjustable palm rest, adjustable cheek piece, adjustable trigger, and a silver action to match his beak, as well as a black stock to match his mood. The little Griffin got a brand new Daystate Griffin. And he was so pleased, he lived happily ever after. The end.
I'm here with Tony Belas, who's got something very special to show us. Obviously you've seen we've been having a bit of fun earlier, but it's the new Daystate Griffin. Tony, good to see you.
Hi Giles.
Now, obviously we're here at Kibworth Shooting Ground for this special day. Tell us, what have you got?
Well, about a year ago we started developing on a Griffin rifle, a target rifle version of the Regal, and we eventually came out with the Griffin Special Edition.
Yes.
Now, when we did the video all those months and months ago, we did say that we are running 150 guns and then we're going to run into a production gun.
Right.
Well, plans as they are, it took us a little bit longer than we expected, but eventually here we are. This is the production version of the Griffin.
Yes.
And we've made a few changes, mostly cosmetic, but one or two functional changes as well, basically in light of what we've learnt on the special edition, to improve it and enhance it. So this is not a special edition, this is the production version of the Griffin that we promised all those months ago.
So what are those changes?
Well, I think the most obvious one is that the special edition was a grey stock and a black action, and this has a grey action and a black stock. So
okay, so you flipped it round.
We've flipped it round into negative, and we've got a silver action, which makes a lot of sense with the silver breech block, and now it's a black on black laminate, which is quite unusual. You don't see too much black on black being used in any industry, and it gives quite a nice effect on the stock. Yeah,
and all the metal work has been specially anodised?
Yes, that's right. We've stayed with our phenomenal anodising company that does the Griffin breech block. A British company. It's what they call sub-anodic anodising, which is a very posh way of saying silk screen anodising, where there's 13 processes in this breech block, and it allows them to put the different colours into it and seal it and put different colours into it. It's quite a special artisan applied finish.
So you would say that everyone is pretty much individual then?
Yeah, they have to do them all by hand, and it involves 4 people and say 13 processes. It's quite something. The company that does it say it's the most complicated work of this type that they've ever done.
Wow.
And but sometimes you do things because it's hard, and this is one of those jobs.
It certainly does look very good. And as I'm looking around the rest of the rifle, things like the Hamster Adjuster, that's obviously changed.
Yes, that's right. We took some cues from the original rifle, and one of the problems was that to change the hamster angle, adjustment length and style took a set of Allen keys, and we felt that on this part in particular that was a bit difficult, so we've put a knurled knob on it so you can just simply undo that, reverse it, change the height. And on the cheek piece, we didn't put a knurl on the back because it's an ambidextrous gun and we felt it would hit you in the cheek if you were shooting left-handed. So we put a flush-fitted screw, and instead of having the Allen key adjustment in the stock, you remove it and then you can adjust it from underneath, more traditional way. But we don't think a cheek piece adjustment is something you're going to be changing every lane, whereas a hamster, you might do that.
Yes. And the finish on that is glorious, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a satin finish, and it just brings it out quite nicely. And we've used our 3D adjustable butt pad as well, so you can go left, right, up and down on this.
And right at the other end, that looks something Huggett style.
Yes, it's Mr. Huggett again.
Yes.
Has performed well, and he was given a brief to provide a semi-target silencer, which we want. One of the things on the SE was it was quite noisy unless you fitted an additional silencer.
Yes.
So we've incorporated that additional silencer into the build of the gun, and we put a diffuser at this end. So it's a unique silencer by Andrew Huggett, but it's still a very quiet gun.
And it does match the rest of the gun very nicely.
It does.
It does. So, shot count then, because we've got to do the vital statistics.
Yes, we all have those.
177 and 22.
17722, about 85 shots in 17, another 10 shots in 22.
Okay.
That's at 12 foot-pounds.
Yeah.
On the FAC market, on the overseas market, so you can have a 30 foot-pound version, which drops you down to about 30 shots, 35 shots. And there's a 40 foot-pound version as well, which does just a few less.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the main heart of the gun, the insides of it, I'm guessing is a Regal-based system?
That's right, it's the Harper slingshot. There's been some revisions to the Regal recently, some changes to the slingshot, some changes to the trigger, and also the valve material has changed slightly as as we get to know our art a bit better.
Yeah.
And they've been incorporated into this rifle. But essentially, it's a Regal-based gun.
Which is an extremely strong platform to work from.
Very reliable. We've been making it for 3 or 4 years now. 3 years now. 2013, so 3 years.
That'll be about the time when we originally came here, wasn't it?
That's exactly right. When we dug one up from old Richard's bones.
That would be the day that you made your way into the dig site, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, if they don't put guards on, then what do you expect?
Here you go. Trigger, fully adjustable. It's nice, a nice blade.
Yes.
That all looks absolutely lovely. When, Tony? When can we get one?
Well, we've launched this rifle, so it's here being launched today, and they're already in the shop at Kidworth.
I know, even though I know the answer to my own question, they're actually leaving. There are people carrying them away as we speak. Yeah. And the price?
£1,500 UK, whatever that is in dollars.
Right. But I mean, with that, you do get that fantastic stock, don't you? And that's Gary Kane, I think I've heard.
Yeah, it's a Gary Kane designed stock made by Manelli of Milan. It's got this special breech block, a Huggett silencer. It's fully tricked out. Obviously, the scope is extra on one of these rifles.
Yes.
This is the new Optisan MTC. And this is the 10x44 we put on there, but really any scope will suit this. We've used silver blueprint mounts from our own range, which match it quite nicely.
And as usual with any Daystate rifle, it's a 10-shot or a single-shot tray.
It comes with a single-shot tray and a 10-shot magazine in the box. A 3-year warranty. 3-year warranty, but the gun is designed to last a lifetime.
Yes, it is, without doubt, absolutely beautiful. And people on the range today have been shooting it and been going, oh, I like that. And I have to say, I can see why. And talking of the range, you've had your Daystate open day here today.
That's right.
It's been absolutely packed. I mean, it's quieting down a little bit now, which is why we've managed to film in here. But you couldn't get in here for most of the day. It's been really successful.
Yeah, we run these every year or so, don't we? And it's always a great success. People come along, try a Daystate. They just come on the range, shoot Daystates all day if they want.
Yeah.
And they get to see what they like, try. Even we have the Brocock Compato here, the Renegade and the Pulsar side by side, so you can try them out. Yeah. Try before you buy if you like.
That's it. Everyone's comparing and going, oh, I like that, or I don't like that, and I'd rather have that one than that one. It is quite a good way of as you say, trying before.
And we've had this on, and it's gone down very well.
It has gone incredibly well, yes. And Kidworth have done us proud, haven't they?
Yes, been excellent. They laid on a fantastic range, nice facilities. There's a cafe here. It's a good place to come and visit.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Right, there we are then, Tone. Superb.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Fantastic, I'm sure you will.
Hopefully there'll be something else and there'll be another show to go to.
We're indoors next time, Giles. We're at the Tackle and Gun Show.
Indoors, Tackle and Gun Show. We're going to do something Tiffin based.
I don't know, I have to think of something.
Think of something.
Rico Arena, maybe something based around football?
Could be. I don't need to eat any more cake, that's for sure.
No cake for you.
Tony, good to see you again.
Thank you, Giles.
Take care.
Cheers.
Kidworth Shooting Ground is a premier shooting ground based a few miles south of the city of Leicester, on the side of the A6. Specialising in clay shooting and air rifles, you can turn up as a complete novice through to a gold medal winner. You'll be warmly welcomed either way. Have-a-go sessions can be booked and full training given. Stag and hen do's and other special occasions are always catered for. And talking of catering, a full cafe is on site along with a brimming gun shop. For more information, please see kipworthshootingground.co.uk, and I thank them for their hospitality on the Griffin launch day. And if you're lucky, while you're at the Kipworth Shooting Ground, you might catch a glimpse of a happy Griffin wagging his tail.